anybody got any questions or not? So no question. Yeah. Shift F5. Hang on. No questions, huh? Annotate remote control. Please share participants. Okay, I continue. Can somebody nod the head at least, please? Okay, great. Thanks. Okay, so if no questions, I'm just going to go into some applications. I mentioned before, London has got 500,000 cameras. 500,000 cameras. There are 500,000 CCTV cameras around London alone. Half a million CCTV cameras dotted around London. Okay. So a lot of countries, not only China, are doing a lot of making use. So this is actually a picture of the London bomber. Remember, at one point in time, a bunch of bombers went down to the London subway and actually detonated a few bombs. Now, this is a picture of one of them. And they actually captured him. But this was only with the benefit of tracing back everything. So one of the key applications is surveillance. Now, without this surveillance video, they would never be able to have traced the London bombers. But this was just CCTV alone, there are no computer algorithms. With a computer algorithms, you can actually make this even more efficient. I mean, you can conceive somebody has a database of suspected terrorists, and all of a sudden, your computer algorithm find that 4 or 5 of them have decided to all take a subway at the same time. Could be a coincidence, but also could be a red flag. So that's the power of surveillance, law enforcement surveillance, put together with AI. Now, also, as part of this, there are 650 criminals, fugitives, persons of interest, or missing persons that are inside Interpol's facial recognition system at the end of 2016. So if these guys go anywhere near an Interpol camera or camera that is network Interpol, immediately will be recognized. Now that also is a very powerful application of facial recognition. More law enforcement. Another application is to actually have a database of people who petty criminals or shoplifters, put them in a database so that when they enter a shopping market, some departmental store or some store or whatever, or even the shopping center itself, immediately you can detect and you can put a tail on him or something like that. Of course, this is now flirting with flirting with ethics, I can call it. It's not right to stop a person all because he got a previous conviction or complaint against him for something or other. But where to draw the line? That's the big question. A very key application then is finding missing persons, especially in the case of children. Children cannot speak for themselves. So if you can actually recognize a child that has been reported missing, then it could help. It could be very now, other applications are still around security, for example, access management. let's say every time you go into a company, you need to you need to log in, or what do you call it? You need to the word escapes me, but you need to punch in. You need to punch in. Now, with a proper security system, not only can you
check out.
stop people from going, but you can also lock when the person entered that particular place. And also a lot of this is then of course something that's very familiar to Apple users, equipment security. Using your face to unlock the Apple iPhone or iPad gives it certain level. Nobody will try and fool around and steal your iPhone or iPad if it's locked by Apple Face, because immediately you already can't use it already. And another one that is being used a lot in China is using the face to authenticate or to authorize a payment. Okay. Now, oh, sorry. This phone here is actually a temperature phone. So what you have here is you have a augmented reality goggles, and then if the person is detected with high temperature, immediately is displayed on these goggles. Okay, this is done by a Chinese company called Rocket. Thermal imaging wearables used in China to detect COVID-19 symptoms. Glasses with the thermal camera. I'm not really sure what these two things are here. Could be something else to do with the camera also. Or no, it could be the actual camera itself, and this only detects the temperature and it superimposes it on the glasses or something like that. And this is what it sees. So this could also be, this is probably a lot more efficient than going around shooting people with a gun, or actually getting them to measure measure the temperature as they're going in. You can just walk out on the road, and anyhow you can catch these people who have high temperature. So as you can see, China is quite advanced in these areas, where the use of facial recognition. Now, if you have facial recognition, then China already have database of people, so they can actually link whoever it is and actually tell you who this person is. Of course, it's not so simple. It won't be a real-time display, but somewhere along the line, they can actually tie it into a reference image database and to actually recognize what are people with high temperature. Another application in the healthcare area is remote healthcare delivery. Now, if you want to not treat people in the hospital, then you have to somehow or other get together the equipment over there. But that is remote healthcare delivery. But the thing is, how do you recognize the guy on the side? Because when you go to the hospital, the guy will actually take your particulars and register you and then figure out, get all your information. But if it's not in the hospital, then how do you identify that person? And one way to do that is to actually have a facial recognition tie in with the database, so that you can automatically extract the database. And then from there, you have his records, then you know how to treat the person. Now, sorry for this part here, but this remote patient okay, got it. Yeah, you see? So the face can actually be associated with some medical records. And as this is a remote application, the records can be sent forward to the healthcare station, or even to your using a healthcare app. So there's a lot of potential here also. Oops. Finally, this one, A lot of people have said that it's a great thing, but so far, not very convincing. Um, Maybe everything is just in the works lah. Basically, the idea is to use your face to identify you so that it can track you. Let's say you're in a departmental store. You want to go at you spend 90% of your time in the gentleman's suit section. So people can figure out this guy is interested in gentleman's suit. Then they can send to you, for example, an offer in suits, something like that. Or they can take a rough track of where you go. I do not know whether anybody else has it or not, but I have got this Google track algorithm, and this Google track always asks me whether I go to NTUC or Cold Storage or whatever shopping place that I've gone one day later. Okay, so because the phone actually tracks me to that position, so it confirms with me that I actually go there. Okay, this would be more immediate. This one would be to the local person as opposed to go to the phone. So if the person goes near a camera that's run by this store and they have previously seen you before, they can keep you informed of the latest offering based on your behavior. I don't think this is fully implemented and the potential is there. Just the fact that I can speak so enthusiastically about something means that there is some potential, at least people can figure out. But like I said, some people have tried it and it's coming online. Okay, that constitutes my talk about facial recognition. I understand that a lot of this is very fast, so I don't mind. Please, any questions? Because this is the end already of my slides. Any questions? If no questions, I will stop my sharing here. Okay, what's up?